Hey, this is the lesson for 6.3, and I can go through and describe all this whole thing, but I think this is going to work better. So we are going to be doing these examples, and then we'll do the problems from the homework. So it says, which graph correctly shows pentagon, the green one, basically, as the image of pentagon, this one. So this is the pre-image, that's the image, but this is the main thing. We're looking at the description. 6 up, followed by a reflection across the y-axis. In the lesson, there are some things that are really good to look at. It's saying, like, has the orientation or the arrangement of the vertices changed? Like if it went before, like going around, if it went like A, B, C, D, and it stays A, B, C, D, then it's probably only going to be a translation or a rotation. Like as in, yeah, so like the order of the things. The other one, and that's actually this one, the other one is if it's turned. Like, so if it was A, B, C, D, and you turn it, it's still going to go in that same order, A, B, C, D, but instead B is going to be on top instead of A. So, or I guess I should say C is going to be on top instead of A. So we're looking at that. So if we go down to this example in the problems, so we wanted 6 up. So from the blue one, we moved it 6 up and then reflected across the x-axis. If that order changes when you're going around, that means that it was a reflection. So let's see, this one needs to go up. So up 6, right now it's at -2, up 6, we put it at 4, and then reflected across the y-axis. This is looking good. However, if it reflects it, the order is going to change as you go around it. So notice this, and as we go around, it goes B is the top, and then to the right of it is C, D, E, A. But this one also goes in the same order, B, C, D, E, A, and that's not a reflection. It should have gone the other thing. So this is really close because it moved it up and reflected it, but the order didn't change, so it's not that one. That one just did the y-axis. This one just moved it up. So there we go. So B, C, D, A, E, A, and then here it goes toward the y-axis like that. So it should be that one. And then that was good, of course. And then we do this one. So it gave the vertices like this. And then we have those vertices and we have to describe it. So this is what I do. I focus on one letter and one letter only. So right now, to get from B to B prime, I can see for sure it had to go down 3. And then I can also see that the order changed. So it probably went down 3 and then reflected across the y-axis. It could have reflected first and then went down, but I'm looking for reflecting across the y-axis because A is here, now A is over there. So 3 away, 3 away. So either reflected and then moved down, or moved down then reflected. There, they'd be the same thing. So let's see. So reflecting across the y-axis, 3 units down, 3 units down, followed by reflection. I think either one of them. It says select 2 answers, so we should get it. Woohoo! Okay. All right, so when you come to the homework part of this, so we have trapezoid, blue to that one. It says reflection across the y-axis, so that means the order should change. So that means that B prime, C prime, D prime, and A prime. And then it says 180-degree clockwise about the origin. So that means that when you do that one, now to be honest, for me to remember what the 180-degree rotation does, I can try to visualize it, but I could also just simply look at my notes from last time. This is on my iPad that I made the video from the last lesson. And I can see what I did with that one was I switched X and Y, like they were opposites of what they were. So I'm going to focus on one point to make my life easier. So it says a reflection across the x-axis would put B prime right here, and that point is 1, 3. So then across 180-degree across the thing is going to put that at -1, -3. So I'm looking at a B being at -1, -3. So this one is, that one's not, that one's not. Okay, so cool. So it's that first one. I mean, this one with B being at -1, -3. There we go. And then the next one. So again, it's going from here to here. So I'm going to look at what happens. So A, B, C, D. So let me look. The order stays like as I go around clockwise, it stays in the same order. A, B, C, D, clockwise, A, B, C, D. So there was no reflection that happened. It's just a rotation. And it looks like it went just up on its side. Because if you had something like this and you rotated it 90 degrees, it would put it on its side, which is kind of what you have. You're kind of starting sideways, and then it's going like that type of thing. And that looks like it turned 90 degrees clockwise. So it went on its side clockwise. And then it probably had to go down. So let's see. If I move this clockwise right now, see right now, if I was to go clockwise, it should be up there at because right now it's at -2 or 2 away from the origin. 90 degrees will put it 2 above the origin. But really, C is 3 down. So it looks like it's a 90-degree rotation and then 3 down. So 90-degree rotation and then 3 down. Okay, there we go. So submit. And it feels good. Maybe. Did I get it? Yep. Showing up.